I cooked up another childhood favorite today, Mjadara hamra, and I'm gonna show you guys how I made it. And of course, you have to pair it with a Lebanese salad. That's the best way to eat it. Into this pot, I'm gonna add 2 cups of my small brown lentils and 6 cups of water. The reason we're adding so much water is because the lentils are gonna absorb some of this, and we need the rest of the water that comes out of the lentils to actually cook the rest of the mjadara, because we're gonna add the wheat later, and that's also gonna absorb some of the liquid. So we need to have extra up front. Turn up the heat, we're gonna bring that to a boil. This dish is literally all about the onions. So I have 10 onions here already peeled in half. I'm gonna start dicing them really small and get them ready to start sauteing. Every time I think of mjadara, I literally just remember like walking home from school and smelling it in the neighborhood. Like somebody was always cooking mjadara and you could literally smell that throughout the streets. That's how strong this dish is. If you know, you know. This is one of those meals that you do not make if you're expecting company at any point during the week, because I swear you and your house will smell like onions for that long. So a little fun fact, this is actually one of the first like authentic Lebanese dishes that I learned when I got married. And I remember it was like so random to everybody because I was like, oh, I made mjadara for dinner. And they were like, mjadara? Really? I actually love mjadara hamra. It's definitely one of my favorite Arabic dishes, and I think it is so underrated. Now that these are boiling, I'm gonna turn down the heat and we're gonna let these keep cooking for about 15 to 20 minutes. This is the absolute most important part of the entire dish, and this is where you're gonna wanna turn your vent on, but for the sake of audio in this video, I'm not gonna turn mine on. I'm probably gonna smell like onions for the next 2 weeks. My lentils are looking a little dry. I didn't turn down the heat too much, so I'm gonna add in just 2 cups of water again and just keep those on a really low simmer because I don't want that water to dry up. I recommend using the widest pan that you have to cover the most surface area so that you can get these cooking a lot faster. If you've never made mjadara hamra before, let me prepare you from right now. Every single time that you think the onions are done or almost burnt, they're not. I'm gonna strain these out. We're gonna save the broth. Don't accidentally strain this in your sink. Make sure you have a bowl underneath. Bismillah. Just to give you guys an idea of how much is left, let's measure this. This is down to about 3 cups. You can see that they're really starting to caramelize, and even a few of the bits are kind of burnt, but nowhere near ready. I have the heat on like a low to medium because we want these to cook slowly. We don't actually want to burn the onion. We just want to cook them until literally like their maximum threshold. At this point, you're probably tempted to just call it done because they're looking super burnt, but I promise they still have a little bit more in them. We're finally at that point. The onions are right where we want them, so now it's time to add in that lentil broth. We're gonna pour that in slowly. I just let them come to a boil, and now I'm gonna let them simmer for a few minutes before adding them to the lentils. And I added 1 cup, of course, burghal. That's burghal number 3 if you're looking for it in the store. Just gonna give that a good mix. I'm a little disappointed because I actually think my onions definitely could have burnt a little bit longer, but I don't know if it's the lighting in my kitchen or what. They definitely look darker in the pan, probably because the pan is black. So maybe try using like a lighter colored pan so you can actually get a good look at this, but we're just gonna hope for the best. About a tablespoon or more if you like it salty. Oops, gotta make sure that heat is on. Almost freaking forgot that. I'll pour 1 more cup of that lentil broth over because it's looking a little dry. You want the water level to look like this. And then we're just gonna cover this and let it simmer on a low medium heat for about 20 to 25 minutes.